Hey guys, hello. After too long, this is Billy from the holy place of Mayapur, West Bengal, Nadia, and with the lot. Sorry, we haven't seen you for some time. Life has taken us on all kinds of extraordinary adventures, yet somehow our program is still going on. And this week I really want to try to communicate a little bit about what is the lot, what do we stand for, what are we doing, what are we trying to achieve. So we put together some footage of some of our cook-ups and tried to address some of these topics. And I just wanted to take a moment to offer my heartfelt thanks to those of you, some of our friends who, after the last video we put out, you really stepped forward and helped so much, even in a small way or a big way, it doesn't matter. It's so comforting for me. It gives me so much shelter, so much nice feeling in my heart, knowing that there's people out there from even, places all over the world that appreciate the small effort that we're trying to do, and even coming forward and offering support. So I'm so grateful. And if you're new, if you're not new, please take the time, share it with some friend, like us, like the video, subscribe to us if you haven't. We're trying to do a good thing, and more of a good thing is a good thing. So let's make more of a good thing. I wanted to focus more on this principle of living for the benefit of others, because the human being is empowered to give joy to others. And actually, practically we've experienced, especially with this humble effort, that this is the secret to our inner fulfillment. I mean, you can see clearly in our videos the joy of the people that are serving, and the joy of the people that are also reciprocating. We have this capacity to give to others, to serve others, to give joy to others, to give pleasure to others. And what is the result? We ourselves become so much satisfied. This ties into another principle of taking what's necessary for oneself and then distributing the rest. It means simple living and higher thinking. You take what you need and then in a loving way distribute the surplus. Now, everyone has different necessities, and that's okay. You may need certain things that another person doesn't. One man's food is another man's poison. The great sages, yogis in Mayapur or in Vrindavan, they're satisfied just living under a tree, and chanting all day. And that's their necessity, having a tree to sleep under. And whatever comes by the will of nature, they're accepting, and that's them satisfied. And then some of us, we need 3-bedroom apartment, 2 bathrooms, or whatever, 10 bathrooms. But we need to understand that the more that you accumulate in this world, the more you will become busy or distracted, or we can say entangled. Like, for example, for this project, we have, a small motorbike that we're using to buy the vegetables and transport and all these kinds of things. And this motorbike is helping us so much. But before I had this bike in my life, I had a bicycle, I would walk places, and now I have this motorbike. My life is definitely more complicated. Okay, I can move my body around more quickly. I can go places that I couldn't go before, but the bike breaks, the tires go flat, you have to maintain it. It's dangerous. I crashed, my arm was bleeding. And before, I couldn't go so far away, but now I can. And I find that I got this motorbike to make my life easier, but practically I'm experiencing that actually I'm doing more now. So imagine if you had 3 motorbikes or a mansion or whatever it is. So we have our necessities. And what our necessities are, that's based on the individual, but we need to understand the more that we accumulate and keep for ourselves, unnecessarily, this robs us of our potential to give to others and experience this wonderful fulfillment from within. So the lot aims to develop communities based on these principles, living for the benefit of others, giving joy to others as the way to be nourished yourself. You know, the secret, one could say, to happiness. Simple living, higher thinking, take what's required for yourself and then give the rest. Have these loving exchanges with other living entities. And not just, humans in the next village, but, the dog that comes begging on your doorstep. All living entities. We have this capacity to help so many different living entities, and we should take advantage of it, and this will nourish us. So this is our experience, and this is what we want to demonstrate with this project, and that's what we're trying to demonstrate. And we would want to encourage all of our friends, our community, our viewers and people that are coming to try to also imbibe these principles. I mean, we're doing it in a small way here, and we have every intention of expanding to other places. But imagine if you, wherever you are, wherever you're watching, you also take the initiative to step forward and do the same thing in your community. Because the principle is not to go and feed the hungry. I mean, that's a wonderful service to humanity. But the principle is to have loving exchanges. Because these loving exchanges will create a change of heart and uplift the consciousness of the whole planet. And it starts with us. It starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with us. You have to be the change that you want to see in the world. So take responsibility. This is your inheritance. The same way, the child of a wealthy family, they inherit a huge wealth from the parents. So your inheritance is this inherent capacity, this empowerment to give joy to others, and you yourself will feel so much satisfaction from within. This is what has to be done. And of course, you can see we're always making kirtan, because kirtan, this Hare Krishna mantra chanting, also has a very uplifting, powerful, tangible effect on the consciousness for yourself, the chanter, and for those who come in contact with the sound vibration. This sound vibration, this spiritual energy has the ability to uplift all the people that participate, and even the people that just walk into the vicinity. The effect is there. Just like medicine, when you take a medicine, you may not know what's inside, but if you take the medicine, it will act. And in the same way, this kirtan has a profound effect on the consciousness in a very subtle way. But after a short time, it becomes completely perceivable and tangible and beneficial. And it acts like fuel that gives us the strength and the ability and the desire to actually then go out and influence people in a very positive way. Because, doctor, heal thyself. You can only give what you have. If you're full of good energy and bubbling with joy, It's much easier to go out and then infect other people with these feelings. So the two go together. The chanting and the service of giving, they complement each other. So this is our humble request. Please try to absorb, imbibe some of the principles that we're trying to practice and demonstrate with this project. So thank you so much. I hope you appreciated it. I hope you took something from it. In the next videos I want to put out, I want to address some of these topics of like, who are we, what do we stand for, what are we trying to achieve. So please stay tuned in, stay connected, and don't hesitate to communicate. And we're so grateful to have you with us. See you again soon. Hare Krishna.